No, what I'm saying is she's a better fighter. Like if we
Oh,
talk
I know,
about
but I mean that's not
she
really
ain't got
fair.
chakra, bruh. Like,
there's
bruh.
a lot of people don't have chakra.
Yeah,
Like, what are
but
we fighting in the Naruto universe? Like,
Tsunade can revive a whole team. Like Superman
I'm
goes
saying, like,
in.
you know, if it's something she can heal
do we
and
have
stuff.
to? Do we have? Are we fighting in the Naruto universe, or like what are we fighting?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What?
Maybe that wasn't the best question. Let's move on.
Red Sun Volume 2.
Yep, good old Batman, and what was it, Hal Jordan background that was just off the wall,
shit.
ridiculous.
Like fucking Batman. Then see one thing that I absolutely love that Red Sun did for Batman was and of course everyone knows this is going to be chock full of spoilers for Red Sun. So if you haven't read or watched Red Sun, since it is a movie now, I highly suggest you do either of those and turn off the podcast now. Now, with that being said, who thought Batman was going to save the day when he showed up?
I did.
I did.
I thought it was going to end the revolution. I mean, I thought it was going to start the revolution, dude. Nope.
Now how did you feel when Batman got his shit?
Well, okay.
Motherfucking worked.
Disappointed.
Bro,
I would say, wait.
You feel disappointed?
I didn't think he would win, but it was like, what was winning? Beating Superman?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't think he was gonna win.
No, stopping the whole regime. That's the whole thing. That was Batman's number one thing. It's to stop the regime. In which, in other literary works, Batman stopping the regime is a lot more intricate and involved. These other literary works we'll touch on a little bit later once we get to that.
But yeah,
honestly, I didn't think he was gonna win. I don't know. I didn't think he was gonna win.
I'm mad at the way he went out because, like, in Bleach, in the manga, in the last arc, there's this one guy named Shinji, and he's fighting this opponent. He uses his Bankai, which is like his strongest move. He tells the opponent how it works, and then the opponent counters that and takes him out in one shot. And I feel like that's what happened here. He explained how he was putting Superman on an equal level, and then Superman and Wonder Woman used that against him, and I felt like that was very stupid.
I don't disagree. Oh well.
Nah, that was necessary. The reason I say that was necessary is because that moment wasn't about Batman. That moment was about Wonder Woman.
I completely agree.
Like they had to showcase her absolute devotion.
Absolutely.
Wait, which story are we talking about?
Red Sun 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like they had to show her absolute devotion and the consequences of that blind faith.
Yep.
Because more so than anything about Red Sun, other than an entertaining story in Elseworld, but each book not only has a theme, but has a particular character that goes through a transformation. Like the first book, Superman goes through the transformation. The second book, Wonder Woman goes through the transformation. Because fuck all, man. After she breaks the goddamn lasso,
yeah,
and like destroys that equipment, she is never the same again.
Yeah.
Yep. And Batman, the thing about it though, Batman tried to convince her not to do it. He was trying to tell her, like, that's why I didn't mind it as much. First of all, I didn't mind the fact that Batman had died because I don't feel like he was a big part of the story. I feel like he was part of the story, but I don't feel like he was the biggest part of the story. And secondly, I liked it because it was he first of all, I don't mind the fact that he went out. He exploded. Like you know, I don't know. I don't expect Batman to go out any other way.
No, I
Like,
respect the suicide.
you know,
I just don't respect the giving up his secret to the plan and then them using it against him.
I completely agree with that. Like, I feel like that's
Well,
kind of a trope that happens because I feel
For
like
a
that's happened in
smart
a lot.
character.
Well, let's also
it just doesn't make sense.
let's also look at it like this. Before this point, what reason did he have to think that Wonder Woman could actually break a magic lasso?
I mean, I guess not. He didn't really have any reason, but like Batman doesn't seem like the type of person to get that cocky. Like he's not like Yagami. He's not gonna expose himself once he thinks he's won. He seems
the Batman, the actual Batman doesn't do that. This is not actual Batman. This is Elseworld Batman. He's more he's closer to Owlman than anyone else.
That is true.
Like
that's fair.
Yeah,
but I just don't like that trope. I don't like that trope.
I can understand not liking that trope. This is one of the few times I feel that trope would be appropriate, considering everything Batman has had to go through to get to this point. And like he wanted to make Superman suffer. Because if this was like mainline New 52 Batman, or I don't even say New 52. If this was mainline Batman, he would have either imprisoned, or he wouldn't kill, or found some way to completely neutralize them in that instant. What none of this, nah, I'm gonna make you suffer. Nah, I got you in this. Now I'm not taking any chances of you getting out. Yeah. And you'll see that in Injustice when we eventually get to that. Because the measures Batman takes against some people he fights are so intricate, and there are so many redundancies that without Batman himself, there's no way to get them out without them being either killed or without them compromising a significant portion of their own power.
Also, that trope where they kind of explain the situation, I kind of feel like sometimes the only reason why they do that is to try and explain it to the people that's actually reading the material, and not actually for the villain of the
But
story.
I mean, you could do that with thought bubbles or narration.
You can. I'm not gonna deny that at all. That's just the way I feel about
the way I felt about the whole situation was more so leading towards the end, and where they're showing the contradiction of Superman's ways. There's a line where Wonder Woman Batman is treating Superman like an animal. That's been an ongoing thing where Batman said earlier that chapter that Superman's treating them like animals by trying to make sure they're doing everything right, and then he'll just warp their brains. And that's something I caught on the second time. I'm like, oh wait, what? They're like, yeah, you gotta lower your voice because they really just rewrite your brain. So that was more so the whole thing, it was trying to show how Batman was treating Superman and how it was immorally, from Wonder Woman's perspective, wrong. And ironically, this is the same thing that Superman has been doing. And I feel like they did that a lot in this, in the last two chapters especially. And they kept trying to show that point. And Superman, real quick though, I seen that part in the animated, and it's funny, they leave out so much dialogue it takes away from what happened. It's weird. That's why sometimes source material is definitely necessary. Like they took out the whole part where Superman's damn near begging Wonder Woman to rip that thing off. Like they just left that completely out. I was like,
it's very important. It's very important because without that, you don't see that Wonder Woman had a choice to do this. Like she could have chose not to granted, I don't think she would have chose that because of the loyalty she had to Superman, but still that moment was very important and impactful for the series.
Yeah, because once we get into book 3 and we see what becomes of Wonder Woman and what actually that sacrifice really entailed, it's so much more it's so much more meaningful knowing she ultimately is responsible for her own destiny and why she ended up that way.
Yeah.
Rather than, oh, well, she just did it to save Superman, versus Batman pleaded with her not to. Superman pleaded with her to do it. And then through her own sheer will, she not only destroyed her magic lasso, which that fucking feedback just wrecked her. And then to see how Superman basically abandoned her immediately after.
That's crazy.
And then what's wild, and I keep talking about Injustice because like this shit, something Aquaman says ring true, like, and this was years like Red Sun was made like decades before Injustice. But in Injustice, Aquaman is fearful of
Batman?
Wonder Woman and fearful of Wonder Woman and Superman teaming up. Because Superman is still a Boy Scout through and through. But Wonder Woman is a warrior. Nah, he didn't say that. Ares said it. The God of War said it. He looked at them two. He looked at the both of them and was like, this is a union that should never exist. Because what he won't do, she will. And when he sees it, dude, when he sees it, she'll justify it and eventually bring him to do it himself.
Yep.
And that's exactly what we saw in like Red Sun. Because like the stuff Superman didn't want to do at first, Wonder Woman came to his side and convinced him this is shit that needs to be done to maintain peace. And so he became far more ruthless because she has like that warrior's instinct. Like while she has compassion, it's more of a lawful compassion, more justice natured. So she's more willing to deal out punishment, and she's more willing to execute. Whereas, remember when Superman was introduced, even in this, he didn't want to kill anybody. He just wanted to help people. But as we got further along, that side of him diminished because, well, he started fighting alongside Wonder Woman, and she got no problem executing folks. Not a single bit. And of course, you know, birds of a feather fly together, and you are influenced by the people that you're around more so than you actually think. And so him seeing her do it, eventually, she just talked him into, you know, somebody need to die. Like shit, this ties into the Justice Lords. I don't know if y'all remember that from Justice League Unlimited, but the Justice Lord,
Yeah, I definitely remember.
Bruh, she is
Superman would lobotomize people.
Dude,
Yeah,
she
that was
is
crazy.
always okay. No, I'm not going. I swear to God, I
Bro,
despise that character.
we know.
so much.
We know.
Wait, why?
Trust me, I already knew what he was finna go, you know.
And
Why do you hate her?
She is the she
did you just
literally
hear a word that he
she
just
literally-
said?
literally in a lot of
Her in, like,
she's
negative
the
alternate
cause
universe.
of everything in so many different stories.
yeah.
It's almost hilarious.
Injustice, Justice
Okay.
Lords, power. It just keeps going and going and going, dude.
Mainline?
All right,
She
all right, you
she
gotta
is
pick-
the catalyst of a lot of controversy.
Is it ever in the main line or is it only in like alternate universes?
A lot of it is in alternate universes. Mainline Wonder Woman, to be completely honest, she boring.
She is.
Yeah, they
Like-
just kind of made her like a plot piece for like.
She's
Superman and
basically the
Batman, like,
female
look,
Superman, but not
Yeah,
really Superman. You know.
yeah.
You gotta
Like,
pick one of
so-
them. You gotta pick one of them on your to be on your team. Which one do you pick, Tsunade or Wonder Woman?
Well, I mean, what are y'all
Wonder
trying to get
Woman
accomplished?
could fight
Tsunade?
better.
Like, what are we fighting against? I mean, probably Tsunade because Wonder Woman ain't gonna convince me. I mean, Tsunade ain't gonna convince me to kill somebody.
Well, it's not even that. I was thinking like who I have the better chance, you know, getting some from in the middle of the
Who got the
war.
better?
Oh, I thought we was no, I thought we was going by who actually finna help me in the fight. I'm finna go with
No,
Wonder
if
Woman.
if I'm in a
just like, who wants to
situation,
have
What are we
company?
fighting against?
am I in a situation where I have to have one of them on my team? We already fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's not much of a. I mean, unless you're just saying somebody's stronger. Okay, yeah, Wonder Woman's stronger. That's not much of a question.
She ain't got no
like, I
chakra
don't-
though.
No, what I'm saying is she's a better fighter. Like if we
Oh,
talk
I know,
about, like,
but I mean,
she
that's not
she
really
ain't got
fair.
chakra, bruh. Like,
there's
bruh.
a lot of people don't have chakra. Like, what
Yeah,
are
but
we fighting in the Naruto universe? Like-
Tsunade can revive a whole team. Like Superman
I'm
goes
saying,
in.
like,
do-
if it's something she can heal.
Do we
and
have
stuff,
to? Are we fighting in the Naruto universe, or like what are we fighting?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What?
Maybe that wasn't the best question. Let's move on.
I did have one issue with it, but I didn't like the fact that Batman
Bro.
off-screened Wonder Woman, and then Wonder Woman was like, "He's so fast," and I'm like, I would have liked to seen that because how the hell was you fast enough to tie her down?
The element of
Element of
surprise
surprise?
is a hell of a thing.
That's Batman's favorite thing. It's
Right,
not
yeah,
crushing-
I
it's
would've
not
definitely-
crushing
I would've
somebody's will,
surprised.
it's
liked to
dropping from
see
the
that.
sky.
That, and then another part that was funny was what was his name, like Peter or Pitor or how, I don't know how they
Yeah,
pronounce that,
yeah.
but when Batman kidnaps him, and then Batman's talking about, after I finish Superman, you're next, and then Pitor, he's like, you could try. He like puts up his dukes, and I'm like, he just kidnapped your ass, bro. Shut up. Like, what, you don't stand a chance.
Hey, I like the fact that he still got him back though. It was through Superman, but he still got him back, dude. Jesus, man.
Puts up his dude.
Bro, he put up his dukes, bro. I was laughing my ass off.
Put him up.
Oh, another thing I want to say about that chapter before I get into how Jordan was, this also was one of those points where you keep seeing Superman almost like mock the human brain, and
Yeah.
he what you think you're human. I'm not impressed with your little small brain, though, Batman. And it just showed like just how creative. So when he got beat up, and oh my god, it was so funny. Like when he tried to hit Batman with a plank and then run, and then he threw the batarang at the back of his neck. Oh my god, I bust out laughing. I'm like, Superman, you fucking suck without powers. But
Yeah, he does. Yes, he does.
it just also plays into, again, further on down the line. Like it was another part, and I think in that same chapter, where it's at the beginning, I believe, and it was saying that Superman wasn't interested in having conversations with like humans or something, and it just keeps showing like that detachment he had with the humans, even though he kept thinking he was doing for everything for the best. It just the more the story kept going on, the more you can see how they were just showing that Superman was pretty much a hypocrite on everything he was doing and saying.
What did y'all think about Brainiac?
Bruh. It was.
I
don't want to say it was predictable.
want to point out something really small about it. I like the fact that when Brainiac talked, they changed the entire box and they changed the font. I thought that was just a small little thing that was kind of cool.
I thought Brainiac was all right. I like the fact that he kind of, even after, Superman, I guess, reprogrammed him, like he was still, himself. It's still, I don't know. I liked him. I feel like he kind of served a purpose. I feel like he was kind of playing the Donzo of the series.
I like
The Donzo of the series.
he was trying to, have his own narrative. He was trying to accomplish his own plans in the background, pretty much. So I did like that. But even though Lex Luthor had the last laugh, like he always had the last laugh. Like even when Brainiac, captured him, he had the last laugh because he what did he do inside Brainiac? He did something.
He ended up rebooting him or something. He had to self-destruct, or I think he made him self-destruct personally, because it just seems. Because how could he have known?
No, a self-destruct mechanism.
Yeah.
You think it was like that?
Yeah,
You
I
better
think
hurry,
he played
Superman.
it. Yeah, because like I said, he gave the time. Like, how would you know the exact time he's finna self-destruct?
Right. But kind of towards the end, I think I was talking to Star about this off stream, but it was just like I thought it was kind of trippy, cause like, you know, when they was showing like showing like Lex Luthor's his bloodline, like you know generations and generations down the line, they had changed his last name from Luthor to just L, and they started naming off like his descendants, and the last one that we hear is Kal-El. No, I'm sorry, it's not Kal-El, it's Jor-El.
Yeah.
And that's Superman's father, correct?
Yes.
That's the name of his father. And I just thought that was trippy how Lex Luthor's, you know, his descendants ends up becoming like the next Superman of the next generation. Like they send him back. I think they send him back in time to where the sun was yellow. I just thought that was super interesting.
So you know, they're actually like that particular instance was showing that the Superman that of Red Sun is that Superman they're sending back in the past. Like it's a perfect loop.
Yeah, I thought that was super.
Okay, I thought you were like saying
trippy.
it was like going to be a different Superman. I was like, no, it's going to be the same one.
And so it's like Superman is Lex's like descended from the future. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I had an issue with. Well, that was more or less the third book that I'm talking about when the Green Lantern, the Green Corps.
The Green Lantern Corps.
I feel like they were just cannon fodder, dude.
It was.
I mean, the boy was ridiculous, but it's like when they
Strongest
actually got
weapon
out
in the
there, it was
galaxy.
pointless.
It's just like, dude, like I don't know. They could have done more,
Usually,
Them up.
usually in every great war, there's always cannon fodder.
Nah, but they were hyped up. They were built.
they were super hyped up, dude.
Had like this crazy backstory, and it gets
Maybe that
taken
was
out.
all part of the
Yeah.
plan, though.
It's about to pop at the end of book 2, man. It's about to pop off, man. These people, man, he about to come in swinging, dog. This dude,
Bro,
about to,
nah, the
bro,
whole
not even
background,
that,
they were
dude.
talking about how he was getting tortured. He had to eat insects, and he the way he lived was by,
dude.
kept thinking of them, and he created a virtual world in his head that he was torturing them in concentration, and you know all of I'm talking about this big ass background.
Yep.
And then this man shows up to the fight, and this man Superman said, "Well, I can move faster than y'all can think." And it's over with, bro.
Yeah, OP from then on, and then he had his Green Lantern ring in his hand, I think, or something like that. And another issue that I had was it was the I think it was one of the last panels when Superman was flying Brainiac's ship away from the Earth so it wouldn't explode, whatever. And he said, "Lex, I know you're not gonna hear this, and you're not gonna see the light from all the explosions, whatever. But well played, old friend." And he he had that big smug smile on his face. I'm like, bro, that's gay, bro. That is so gay.
But I mean, that was all a okie doke because he lived.
Yeah, like well played. I mean, dude,
Y'all both
no, I'm not even mad at the well played part. I'm more mad at the old friend because he's definitely not your friend. He's been trying to kill you for over 40 years, bro. Don't play that, bro.
I think y'all forgetting. I think y'all forgetting that he as strong as he need to be.
Hey, if he won't, who will?
I ain't gonna lie, we can make a compilation of just all the cheesy moments in there, man. Like from Wonder Woman's smile, from Batman when he took a drink of his little liquor and he was rubbing his lips, bro. I was like, ugly little mug, dude. With like you said, the little smug look, bro.
Yeah,
Lex Luthor, oh no, bro, that's what he did.
Oh no, it's about to explode, Superman. Alien. Oh, that made me remind me of Frieza whenever he called Goku monkey.
Yeah.
Come on, alien. I'm like,
when Frieza pointed at Broly's daddy, he's like, oh no, Broly.
Hey, they wilding over here. They done killed your daddy. Oh man, I don't know,
Bruh,
man. Like,
the fact that Brainiac had to snatch that nigga up before he made Superman go super suicide. He said 14 minutes, bro. You
bro,
ain't ready to
he gonna
talk
make
to
you
him.
kill yourself in 14 minutes,
And
bro.
it's
Don't
even
mess with
funnier
that.
because he kept underestimating human brain. It's not even
Yeah.
impressive. Like, alright.
A level 9 intellect, bro.
I don't
Oh
want
my
you even
God.
talking to a level 9 intellect. He'll make you kill yourself within minutes.
It is more dangerous than a death trap. Like, okay, what could be more dangerous than a death trap, bro? Jesus,
No, what's even
dude.
funny was the fact that this man, because Brainiac was the one manipulating him the whole time, and then when Superman started talking about, he's man, shut up, I'm a number 12 for intellectual. I was playing you the whole time.
Oh, man.
Don't come over your like Superman just looks so stupid, bro.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's hilarious because he was boasting himself up, talking about, "Oh, I just learned your language in 5 minutes ago." And now people making this man look stupid to the mug.
Man, bruh. No, I think one of my favorite things was when Brainiac had put the little dude put the CD, I can't think of the CD name, but in a bottle, and Superman talking about how
Stalingrad.
could you he said, how could you do this? What kind of monster would trap an entire civilization inside of a jar? That's the most grotesque thing I've ever seen. And that's what made it even funnier when Lex Luthor sent that note.
That was hilarious, bro. That whole panel, he was just like, he can stand a nuclear bomb, but I'm about to make his man submit and fall to his knees in one sentence. That man, if you look at the actual art, it looked like this man was just making a battle rap or something, bro, about to end this man's whole career, bro. I swear for Jesus, bro. And then when he read won't you just put the whole world in the bottle? this man fell to his knees, started crying, bro. And then Lois was just like, what did I do now? Did I hurt your feelings? Did I kill you? What? I'm like, dog, bro.
What in the world was in
on?
that letter?
It's funny. Lex Luthor and Superman remind me of two feuding neighbors, bro. Like they're doing petty things to each other, And,
like Dinkelberg from Fairly High Parents.
I remember that. Jesus, man.
This is where I put my award if I had any.
Dude, I don't know, man. I honestly though, I think I said an 8 before, but I'll move it back. I think I'll move it back one more for a 7, bro, because a lot of stuff we just explained is kind of garbage.
In other words, your hate for
I
Wonder
ain't
Woman.
gonna lie. You know something? I actually like it. I feel like it's hokey, but like in all the right ways.
I could feel that.
Yeah, I definitely, I like I said, I'll still give it a 10 because it's just so many quotes and everything that just adds up at the end. I just feel like everything was executed.
It's
perfectly.
a well constructed story, but to me, a lot of the things that's within the story is really cheesy, kind of a cop out, and
I
and
definitely
some
agree.
of
Like,
it
what you guys
is
catch the part where Barry Allen was a detective? Like
I didn't
that was
catch
just
that.
so unnecessary. Like Barry Allen's a detective. Then they just skip right past. I was like, okay.
Maybe he didn't get struck by lightning.
Maybe not. But it didn't add nothing to the story at all. In fact, I'll say another, like Lois Lane, like they could have cut a lot of that shit out too. They didn't really add anything. You could have just.
They really didn't.
But they always have to have that love interest, and
it could have been a lot shorter than that.
Yeah.
And every night
I feel like the love interest should have been it should have been between him and the girl he grew up with. Lana. Was it Lana?
Yeah, Lana. But okay, think about this though. If they didn't do the whole thing with Lois Lane, that would have been more surprising to see her come out of nowhere as Lex's wife in the end to point that out. That would have been more surprising than like, wow, like a shock factor than since series 1, she was already just pretty much, I ain't gonna say nagging, but nagging.
I don't know about that because like throughout all 3 books, she would have throughout all 3 books, I ain't gonna say throughout most of the books. I would say 2.5. When do you think about okay, let me formulate my idea. okay, throughout 2 books and maybe half of the 3rd one, you would be like, what does Lois have to do with any of this? Like, why is she even in the oh, she's Lex Luthor's wife or whatever. She's husband and wife, whatever. Like, that wouldn't have felt good to me, you know? Like, I like how they just knocked it out of the park at the very beginning. Oh, okay, she's dating Lex Luthor. That kind of gets me interested into this entire storyline, because usually it's Superman and Lois, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if it would have worked for me if they would have just surprised me at the end of the 3rd
Well,
book.
no, okay, I can understand that too. And there's one more part I was gonna say, because I did forget, because she was the one who had to go talk to Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
am I the only
yeah, they could
person
at
who
least
don't care about
minimize.
Lois?
No, I don't
No.
either.
I mean, you know, we really
Well,
don't
that's
care.
kind of the point. We're trying to get take her out of
Yeah.
the story a little bit more.